So what was it like back then for a woman working in the man's world, basically?
I was the first lady in the fuselage section. I graduated in 1940. We had to be 18 to be hired. And we were paid 97 cents an hour. We had 2 shifts, first, second shift. And the women just started to come in then. And I have my 5-year pin from there. And I have my Award of Excellence pin from here. So ask me another question.
What were the working conditions like?
Well, what we did, we had a big table that they called the metal skin. We had our own toolbox. We had a box file, and we would come and make a piece to go this way, had like a half move.
Yeah.
And then we would, our frames were pre-drilled. We'd just set those in, and then our boss would check us and see if we filed it right, and then it was ready to hang on a half move. We couldn't build it in a big circle. This is the section right here that we built.
And it was just 2 of you working on the whole back section of the plane?
Yes, but we couldn't build a complete circle. We had big wooden platforms, and we built half on one side and half on the other. And when they were completed, past inspection, they were taken to the assembly line where they could make that whole half. And
what years were you working in there?
What year?
What years? Yeah.
Oh, when the war started, 41, 45. That's what my pin says here. That's my 2 Award of Excellence pins for doing what I did.
Was the pay the same as the men got?
97 cents an hour. Now, they had a second shift, and they got about 7 cents more than we did. But if we'd go in, they had a big wooden platform with a fixture, half moon on one side and the other. And if ours wasn't finished, they would finish it. Or same way in the morning when we'd win. They'd have one in the fixture. We would finish that and start another one there.
And how many could you do a day?
Well, there was more work there than you think, because that one section up there shows what the fuselage looked like. We had to put much bigger than this. That's the gunner, where the gunner was.
The topside gunner. So what was it like for that time period in general? All the boys going away?
Well, the men got deferments, but they only got 4. So, and I was the first woman in the fuselage section. But then I had a lady, her husband was drafted, and she came from North Carolina because she had friends there in Maryland, and she worked at the factory there. They just come from really states close to Maryland. So I don't know what else I could say about that. It's a big. Did you ever see the plant?
Oh yes.
Well, now it's all one instead of 2 plants, but they had plant 1 and plant 2. Now that big one up there on the Mars, we only built 6 of those. Here's where they are. I got those from the Ohio Museum. You want to straighten that? And there's the number of missions this plane was on. Same way with that one.
I'm surprised they made it that many.
Yeah. And this is Norman Rockwell's painting. This one here. And she was the secretary at one of the plants, and he thought she was cute. I got this out of the Harrisburg paper a few years ago, so I guess she's still living, I don't know, but she paid him $10. And it sold for $3 million the first time, and now the second time it was sold, it went for this.
I'll probably go for 10 next time.
This is the lady that posed, but he told her that he would have to put a little muscle on her arm there if she wanted to be a Rosie. She was the secretary.
So it couldn't have been overly safe working in those conditions all the time.
There wasn't anything because we had our own toolbox, but if we needed a snake drill, our frames were pre-drilled, and then we'd have to take Cleco tools and fasten one corner and the other corner until we got them to drill the skin. They call it the skin through before we could ever start riveting it.
Well, thank you for your time.
Where are you going to show this in the movies?
Well, I'll post it online. I have a group of friends that are really into World War II.
There is a write-up on the computer. If you go in under Google and put Rosie the Riviter, there's a 7-page, and I think I have it somewhere up here.
Well, I take it this is you?
Yep.
For that?
I was 18 and had to be 18 to be hired, and I just graduated from high school.
Michelle's gonna love it.
Oh, yeah.